So in the last video I showed you some of the Paleolithic firelighting equipment that our ancestors would have used and what man's first fire could well have looked like. So I've come away from the coast, I'm in the woods, and I'm going to show you exactly how those materials that I showed you in the last video would have been used to make primitive fires and man's earliest fires. It's another backup plan, look. Some cramp balls. And this ash has had it. Poor thing. So in last week's video you would have seen me get this, which is iron pyrites, straight off of the beach, 2 million year old technology, used as a fire striker. It's a natural occurring mineral with iron deposits in. The purpose of today's video is essentially to try and get this into an ember and then into a tinder bundle and then into flame. So in order to do that, guys, I'm going to need some tinder. I'm going to be using the horse's hoof fungus, fomentarius, and the inner sheet called the trauma layer, which is made an amadou sheet. So I've just got the bark from a red western cedar here, just as a little layer really, just to keep off the cold and damp ground and also protect the ground as I'm doing this. I'm going to lay my amadou layer down. So this is the middle trauma layer of that mushroom that I showed you, fomentarius, and you can see it's really suede and really good for firelighting purposes. So I'm just going to lay it down here, flat. We've got a couple of layers here. So there's my fibrous horse's hoof fungus layer, ready to rock and roll down on the cedar. Let's try and throw some sparks with the pyrite. Now this can and probably will take a very long time, because the sparks from these are few and far between and are often very cool and not hot. Also going to scrape up a little bit of this cedar bark here, just to give it a little bit of help, just in case that helps. Cedar's also a really good tinder. There we go. You can see just how difficult that is. So we got that smouldering away now, so I'll put it into the tinder bundle. Right, here we go. There we go. Iron Pyrites, flint, amadou from the horse's hoof fungus. So there you have it, guys. That could well be a bit of an insight as to how early hominids would have started their very first fires. So that's my take on man's first fire. Obviously that was pyrite on pyrite with amadou, which is the horse's hoof fungus, tinder fungus. And yeah, it was just a bit of an experimental day today, just to see if I could get a fire going with nothing but pyrite and natural resources from the environment around me. So again, just really nice to step back into the Stone Age, get a fire going, and reconnect to those ancestors and to the elements around me, essentially. So it's just a great way to connect to nature. I really hope that you've enjoyed that one. If you have, give it a little like below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you again next week.